won't waste my breath if you aren't. I'm only going to tell you one time.
Okay, tell us.
And EPA came in, and this is one of the companies right here that only had the capability of handling all the procedures and everything. And it's a certain kind of mix that goes, they mix it and stabilize it. It doesn't go down any further, it doesn't come up. The water, where they're going to dome the top of it, watershed, and they took all kinds of readings and everything. They're monitoring all this stuff.
Okay.
And when they shut it down, then they move out, and I'll gain another 50-something acres of grazing land right in there where they're going to move, you know, the site right out of the fence.
Okay.
And, anyway, right now, I'm on the grazing on the other side. Get it fenced.
Pretty cane, Granny had.
Split right there in half, a little more on this side, and they want to retain this until they get it all. Because they didn't want cows in front of all this equipment, you know, on a working day. They're off, they're shut down now. They got equipment all over this place. So that was the deal.
Is this where Mr. Sheridan dug that down for George?
Yes it is.
I thought it was.
It certainly is, and it's for 40-something years.
The frog is for me. This frog doesn't leak, so I need to dip this water out. Something's happening.
Jade says she likes frogs.
She does? Would you go up there and get Pete?
Tell
him Stasha's tired.
Y'all better leave him alone.
Standing.
Y'all better leave him alone.
I don't know what the hell he's doing.
He's talking to that man. He's telling him about that place.
They can talk next week.
Yeah, damn right.
You
stay right here,
I should have worn
Jason.
my low-rise panties, and I didn't have them at the camp.
Here we can't let Suzanne do this in her tight-fitting jeans. We gotta have loose
Hey,
jeans.
look how I'm sitting here in these tight-fitting jeans.
I know, honey, you're doing good.
Desmond?
But you're doing good in your baggy jeans.
Hush.
I wished I'd brought those real old ones of mine. I'd just gotten filthy dirty. You got your car dirty going down.
It's okay. I get a water hose and hose it
I
out.
need those rubber boots.
It's all banged up anyway,
I
so
don't
it doesn't
see a
matter.
can.
What happened, Aunt
How
Susie?
can I dip this water out?
You had a wreck?
No.
Well, there's no bucket in there.
Some
That's great.
lady backed into Jim. He was emptying the garbage, and she got in her car and backed up, and he was blowing his horn, and she just backed on into him.
To your new car?
My expedition got the whole doors bashed in. It's 2
I
weeks
thought I
before the
seen
storm, and I
things.
haven't yet got it done, but I'm taking it this week.
And the luggage rack was because of the storm.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, because I didn't see it. Is he coming? Is he still talking? I keep hearing those birds. I wish I... It's deep here. You leave your motors here?
Yes, ma'am.
As deep as those rice paddies? Those rice fields? No, it's deep here.
We never lost anything in this area. Downstream, we used to go in there and search with the little boy. And Chad,
Dad, I think it's
we
shit.
missed the
Don't be climbing all up there and go rolling off in the
He's out there. Sure, we got to stick back.
Come on.
Wait, I see a little white shit.
Where'd the coach go?
He's up there.
He's swimming.
Oh, where are you?
He's in the shade.
That's Mark Twain.
I have you up in the shade.
God.
You want me to give you a different pose?
Whatever you want.
Well, that's all. Look at it.
Well, if you want a different angle, you can walk the bank.
That's right.
You get still ones off of
Okay.
this?
Let's go.
Oh,
Well, I can, but they don't not as good as this one.
okay. Because I didn't bring my camera, so have some made and I'll pay you for
Sit
it.
down.
You ain't gotta worry about it.
Oh, it's been a year since I was in a boat.
I wish I had a tree a little bit, to put you on in the shade. But I was thinking, you know, I've never been in a boat. Suzanne, and possibly you, but Suzanne's the only time I was in a boat was when we used to go to Anawake water skiing, and possibly at the lake. And then,
Look at that.
you know, I think more and more
Smile.
about the overall situation, and I said, you know, if it wouldn't be for these three dear ladies, minus one, I said I often wonder what I'd do today when we come out here.
No, you must have died on that football.
Yeah, or prior.
No.
prior to that, when I was.
When you was little, yeah.
I know. But I just wanted a picture of.
A memory.
You bet.
For making a living, so y'all
Yeah.
didn't have to quit school.
Yeah. But I'm talking about sisters right now.
Yeah.
Everybody pitched in, including Joyce.
Oh, you know what comes to my mind? It was at the old house, Raccoon Bend. I came to the river with Daddy, just me and him, and we was running lines, and people, it was freezing. When he moved that paddle, or I was trying to help him, I don't know how old I was. I wasn't too old there. That water would drip on the seats and it would freeze.
Freeze right there.
It was that cold.
Yeah, I think about that so often.
I wish it was freezing today.
No.
We thought it was going to be cold.
We'd be slipping
Yeah,
in
we
the
did.
slide for this.
But no, it's fine. I think I'd rather be, with the water and stuff, I think I'd rather be hot than cold.
Well, yeah, but
Because if we got wet, well then that would have been...
This is
This is it?
this is where
nothing expected, nothing but just.
I thought you still had that airboat was going to go cruising down the river.
Well,
That's what I thought it was going to be.
well, I didn't speculate. I mean, we can flip these on and just put around a little bit. Just a long ways from an airboat.
You remember when
Airboats buying equipment. Instead of buying that airboat, it's going in tractors and dozers.
Hey, something you can make a living at.
remember when y'all took off in that airboat and George just took him one drink and then he run out? The airboat boat messed up with the paddle back.
Oh,
And
man.
all
And then he got him with one
I
drink.
think we almost had him drinking beer.
yeah.
But that's before it changed so much. We could drive the Jeep right down on the sandbar.
Oh, really?
Around the
Oh,
the
that
bend
curve,
and the second
it's
bend.
taken up the sandbar.
And well, it's back around this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's changed. And we backed that airboat off in that water. And that chair that Daddy had made George to sit when he come see him on the Sundays. If I'm not mistaken, we took that. And then we set that right up, and of course that boat was almost twice this wide and much larger, and it had a aircraft engine in the back with a big prop on it.
Well, where?
And we went upstream. Luckily, we went upstream.
Yeah.
But in that oil line, very unusual for that type of oil line to break, but it broke. He was wanting to see 105 bridge, and I said, "By God, we're going to see it." And we was about a bend or two below, a curve below that bridge. We could hear the traffic and everything. And, I mean, I was blowing oil all in the back there. So I had to shut it down. And I tried to take some twine and some stuff and close it, but it was too much pressure.
Well, how far are we from where we spent the night on the sandbar?
That was in J.T. Jones's place, from there by river or by river.
I mean,
we're about 16 from above the Brenham, and then another 12 to the Belleville. So you're looking at 28, and we were about halfway between the Belleville.
Like 14 miles?
12. 16 to the Brenham, and then another 12 to 14 added to the 16, so you're looking at roughly 30, and then back up about 5. We're about 25 miles from where we were down.
Okay.
I don't think I did that.
You didn't spend the night with us on the sandbar when it was, you and Jim weren't with us? When it was Zeke and Laverne and Blanche? Was that when Blanche and Pete
Had a conference taken out the next week.
Oh my gosh, this was like it had to have been like in what, 65?
65? I want to say 60, yeah, it was 65.
Scott, were you with us?
George and I come down there.
But y'all didn't spend the night?
No, we didn't spend the night.
We were on the, then we come down the bottom that was kind of through the
I cannot remember how we got there. I do not know that. But it was on a Friday. It was Friday night, I think. Or no, maybe it was Saturday. Maybe I left Houston on a Friday and came and got you guys. And then we came here. Because we had that burgundy Chevrolet.
Yeah, that was a 65 Impala.
So I don't, and it could have been early '66, but you know, that's when Michael was born, so it was before that. Yeah. No, it had to have been.
It had to be.
Well, so it had to be early. Yeah, it had to be the summer. Stella just said.
It was in the summer.
So Stella, it might have been right before she had.
Rushing to go home and go to the deer leave after the funeral. I said, damn.
I need to go to a funeral. Come back and deer hunt. Of course, Suzanne can relate to that.
Yeah. No, I mean that's
right.
It's not. You know, it was just that.
If he takes that video,
So there he can see my panties.
Well, pull that shirt down. But he needs to do that so he can get some front pictures of Stella's. But so that's what I'm getting braid here.
I'll put life jacket.
Yeah, you throw me a life jacket.
alligator gonna get you for
When I fall in.
Well, yeah, you were there when y'all pulled up underneath the tree in the backyard. Last time.
Yeah.
She was talking about. I just made a comment that I didn't picture her not swimming,
Oh.
and she jumped on my butt and said, you know, get on that tennis court.
Yeah, I remember that.
I said, now listen.
That's right.
That tennis court gonna save your life.
That's right. It won't.
But I can't swim either, so what?
I'm not a pretty. I can swim, but I'm not a pretty swimmer.
George said,
Well,
I've
hey,
seen you
who
swim.
cares about being pretty as long as you can save your life?
George said he could not
The
believe.
thing is, the next loved one.
He said he could not believe as much as I was around the water that I didn't learn how to swim.
No, in having
Brother Mike
five
said that?
brothers.
George did.
George.
Four brothers.
see,
We had four brothers. Said,
but
don't
you
get in
don't
the water
remember.
till you learn to swim. I said, Mother, you can't learn to swim if you don't get in the water. You know, that's what she told us. Well, see,
Well,
I listened to her.
That's the way Elaine is. She doesn't swim, and I keep trying to get my head below the water. You get water in my head. She washes her hair every night, but she can't submerge.
I know, keep your nose and your ears. I can't dive. I can't put my head in. Well, I even took swim lessons, but I was about, I did 35 or something when I took them. I guess I was old. I took swim lessons at Central Park and did not learn. It's pretty bad.
Get that way, gotta make the water, you know.
Well, you're scared. Well, you have to do it when you're young.
Young, yeah, when you're not scared like
Get
that.
too old.
That fella right there, I mean, when he was 10
Oh,
months
yeah.
old,
I know.
I'd take that rascal, had a little bitty motor, little bitty boat, a 32-foot wide boat. Now, this is not a big boat. This is all we need down here. I had him sitting on my beer cooler. Back then.
Beer. Guy on the river. Baby on the river.
But thank the good Lord, I seen the light, and I limited that, you know. When Chad came along, when he came along, I had to do some serious adjustments. When Chad came along, I had to just get rid of all my bad habits. Not all of them, but almost all of them. I remember when I had him. I'd pick him up, or I'd take him off that seat, and I'd sit him down in the water. He'd just,
Oh, yeah.
he'd just be playing in that water. And I'd kind of, you know, let him buoyant down, and he'd pat it. He never showed any fear. Well, that was good and bad. But I never spooked him, and then, you know, he went through some training sessions and everything. I mean, he just swam unbelievable. And here come little brother, same thing. And we were vacationing, and Curtis was already in the water, and you could feel it. That little old tot Chad, he could walk good, and he's going to get in there. And Curtis down on the deep end, and needless to say, I got all my, because Elaine was screaming like, yeah, it's cool. But she couldn't swim.
Yeah.
And she got overly excited about
Yeah.
it. He's going to drown, Pete, he's going to jump in. Well, I know he's going to jump in. So I ended up getting my wallet out, and I think I kicked my shoes off, anyway, my shorts and shirts and everything, I got wet. But, yeah, we had him
Swimming
swimming
too.
before we left that one.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they
learn.
took swimming lessons, but he learned more from women than he did from young girls.
Yeah.
And the young girls, they don't
You know, Daddy?
And well, they
Daddy
don't know
didn't
how
have
to
no
push
mercy
them
on me.
too. Yeah.
Daddy, you know, he could swim the little son of a bitch and run.
That's the way they done George. His uncle
And I
threw
had
him
to
in the
figure
creek.
it out. So help me.
That's the way Albert C. done George.
And see, I never could do that to my kids.
Oh, I couldn't.
I couldn't just throw them in there.
Goddamn, you could take it like that.
You learn fast,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. It wasn't. You got right. Quick.
And then Maddie, she learned young too. She was about 2. And Mackenzie was younger than that, I think. She was just, when she first started taking, Gigi taught her how. She did swimming.
Well, this is about it, huh?
Yeah.
This is as good as it's gonna get, huh?
Yeah, that's right, baby. If this ain't satisfying to you, you're going to have to go get some other body.
Stella said, I walked all the way down this, you gotta walk all the way back up. Are you rested?